Good morning, Horn Lake High School. Mr. Lewis here in EVTV, and behind me we have Trent, and he is currently cleaning his shoes, although he says that they're not called shoes, they're called something else.
Core frames.
I still can't understand what he's saying.
Cora frames.
Cora Frams. Did I get it right that time? Okay, Cora Frams. So tell us about each part of the uniform you're wearing today.
Okay, so we're gonna go from top to bottom. So to start, we have the blouse. This is the dress blue blouse. Okay. With this uniform specifically, you can wear ribbons and medals. All right, and then moving on down.
Hey, why do they call it dress blues? Because technically it's black.
It's a good question that I don't know the answer to. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's fine. I'm sorry I interrupted. Continue.
Next, we have the white belt. This goes along where the waist should be. It covers this little black button right here, which should be right in front of your belly button almost.
So the black button helps you gauge exactly where that belt's supposed to be.
It's gonna be there no matter what, unless you just have it completely sagging.
Okay, but y'all are very particular about the way these uniforms are put on and worn.
Correct. Like this white belt needs to actually be tightened up because it needs to be tighter so it won't sag. Just like that.
There you go, okay? And then you have the actual blue pants, the dress blue.
You have the trousers with the khaki web belt, and you have to wear the white t-shirt up under it. Okay? So for the trousers, they have to have a seam in the front and seam along the back.
So do you have to iron that?
You can, or you can take it to the dry cleaners.
I would probably take this to the dry cleaners, yeah. And then you get all the way down to...
Not done yet. With the trousers. So specifically for the trousers, the bottom right there has to meet the seam of the shoe right here. It can't be more than 1/4 of an inch above or below the seam.
Are y'all catching all of this?
All right, and then lastly, we have the core frames, which Lewis decided to interrupt me cleaning. So one looks decent, the other one doesn't look too great. But I'm gonna work on those right now.
What he failed to say was he came in class asking for glass cleaner.
Yes.
Glass cleaner. Because he needed to clean his Cora frames.
Core frames.
Cora frames. And then gets angry at me that I don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious when I pointed at my shoes.
He pointed at the ground and said, I want to...
On the chair.
On me.
Look, I'm not in this.
He pointed at the ground and said, I need to clean my Cora frames. Can you please give me some glass cleaner? Now, you tell me how many of y'all in the building would understand what somebody means if they point at the ground and say, I need to clean my Cora frames. Do you have any glass cleaner? Okay? Anyway, I'm not trying to, okay.
I lifted my leg on the chair, pointed at my foot, and said, do you have any Windex?
Does anyone else find that humorous? I mean, come on.
He blows things out of proportion. You, Lulu. If he points at the ground and he asks for Windex, what do you think he's talking about? Cleaning the floor?
Maybe tomorrow we'll come on here and Sarah can talk about giving her trumpet a bath.
Bye,
I do it on my own, but I'm never alone now. Even when I'm down in the darkness, you call my name out loud. Think I had to do it on my own, but I'm never alone now. always in it for the long ride. Even when it felt like it's a long drive. Even when I felt like it's a long time. Lord, I know that you were always on time. That's just what you do, that's just how you be. That's just how you lead, that's just how I'm free. That's just how I see you, got everything.
Welcome to
That's
Eagle
just what I
Vision
need,
for
that's
Thursday,
just what I
September
need.
24th, 2020. I'm Kayla, and today's top story hits the health headlines. The CDC says 6 feet may not be enough. This past Friday, the CDC updated its website saying that airborne transmission of COVID-19 beyond 6 feet is very feasible, especially while being indoors. The update was announced by infectious disease experts that were interviewed by ABC News, though the statement later became retracted on Monday, saying that there was an error posted. Before the update was taken down, it was said that the greatest spread of the virus comes from when you are indoors and are practicing activities like singing, sitting inside restaurants, or in a fitness class. The risk factor jumps even more when inside poorly ventilated rooms. In tech news, Tesla plans to manufacture its own batteries with some new emerging technologies, improving its vehicle's range and power. The new batteries will be produced in-house, which Elon Musk says will reduce costs and bring the sale of Tesla electric cars closer to gasoline-powered cars. Tesla says its new batteries will be 6 times more powerful and will increase their range by 16%. It's now time for today's announcements. Pay attention, we're moving fast. Your counselors will be doing power lunches on Tuesdays. Look for their tables set up in the comments during your lunch. Get your Power School logins, ACT fee waivers, college application fee waivers, and answer quick questions. You have to do this during lunch before you are dismissed. You are not able to do this on the way to class. Students, don't forget, if you have a pending COVID test, you should not attend school until you have the results. Students who test positive should provide documentation to the school and follow state quarantine orders. If you have questions, you should contact our school nurse, Mrs. Cross. Any students interested in the Math Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, needs to see Coach Hicks in room B5 by the end of the week. That's it for today's episode. Here at Horn Lake, we are better students, always growing and expecting more. Stay tuned for your lunch menus and athletic schedules. We'll see you here tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.
Sometimes I feel like I done lost it, and I don't even really know the cost yet. But every time fear is on my mind, you remind my soul that I'm free. I know I can't go on my own. You came so I wouldn't have to go it alone. You took the long road so you could show me home. Found love better than I've ever known. So now I know that I can say you are exalted above everything on the earth that I've seen. Cause I know that my dreams come alive in the love that you promised to me. I'll keep singing your praise and you know I believe. Even when I'm down in the darkness, you call my name out loud. Used to think I had to do it on my own, but I'm never alone now. Even when I'm down in the darkness, you call my name out loud. Used to think I had to do it on my own, but I'm never alone now. In it for the long ride. Even when it felt like it's a long drive. Even when it felt like it's a long time. Lord, I know that you were always on time. That's just what you do, that's just how you be. That's just how you lead, that's just how I'm free. That's just how I see you, got everything. That's just what I need every single day. You keep me breathing, my heart keeps believing that. Even when I'm down in the darkness, you call my name out.